Yeah, no.
That's great.
Yeah. It's just like an elementary school gym. I know what it looks like. Yeah.
It really does. There's a little stage up
Yeah,
front.
it has a little stage and everything.
Yeah. It's not all that expensive. Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. There's a big thing around here. Say that again? City. Yeah, you go through the Parks and Rec department, and I think they have a form online to fill out. We looked at, as we were looking around the building options for us, we did look at it because it is quite important. Good try, David. Thanks, buddy. I know that. Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
So you're going to fly home.
Yeah, it's going to be back.
They do Oh yeah, that's around the front steps.
Oh.
I don't know why exactly.
Planning ahead, has anybody got ideas for their Halloween costume?
They have.
Oh,
wow.
I'm in between.
I was just saying, September 1, go ahead.
I'm in between either Perseus from Greek mythology or a guy whose name I cannot say 3 times.
Oh. All right.
Did you say his name once?
Yeah, Beetlejuice. I can't say it 2 more times.
No,
Yeah,
don't do it.
say it.
I'm gonna email Chris back. I got your email.
Yeah.
You're separate.
I know you will.
We'll get together.
Trust me, I found you. I will do it for you again.
You will. I will be around. Someday, exactly. Yes. Well, thanks for hosting outside. I was glad to hear that this was a at the park day.
Good.
This should be a beautiful one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we get a coda.
Hey, Kev.
Morning.
Bring your dog to church today.
You brought
There
your
you go.
dog.
Hey, I want to go.
So
Hey,
excited.
I'm just
hey,
so
how is it regularly?
Coda, you stay down. Stay down.
Trying.
Yes.
Trying.
You don't understand. I'm so excited.
No. Stay down. Oh, you love me. Just please love me forever. You're my best friend. He's pathetic. You're pathetic. Move it, dog. You don't have.
Yeah,
You
what
don't have
happened
your
to
dog.
your stupid dog?
Okay.
Oh.
What happened to your doggy? Oh.
So high energy and so high intense that she raised the anxiety level in my house rather than children. It's not the right fit. How about that? We needed a chill little guy.
No.
And old. That's what. Molly keeps asking for
Good
a
morning.
friend. I'm like, "This is actually kind of fun,
Yeah.
but I need it to be like
Yep.
hi.
Yeah. Yep.
Can I do one else?
I tried to get him to come. I said he wants to go for a walk in the park with Coda. No.
That's all right.
It almost happened.
Yeah, I would have taken you back.
Well, Coda found his best friend.
Good job.
Yeah, we're all good for the morning.
Do not know how that probably just sensed I was hanging out with Chris this morning.
Yeah. He thinks everyone's a dog. Yeah. No, not really.
Oh, shoot. What a bummer. What a bummer.
Yeah, as soon as you stop paying attention to him, he's going to go to somebody else. He's going to be like, okay, now your turn.
The thing that I don't care for is I'm allergic to cats. And when they think I'm a cat person, it's really detrimental to my allergy.
He does keep coming back to you,
Yeah,
though.
you're
He's like,
breathing.
you were petty.
You win.
Yeah.
You are such a.
Well, he walked over there and no one leaned over
Yeah,
to
no,
pet it.
there
So
was
we went with this.
no action.
Sign on the door. Bye bye.
Thank you.
Yeah, like bolted. Amazing.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
There you go.
Yeah. Very, very bendy.
Yeah, that's probably about
Yeah,
right.
and it's bendy.
Not for us. I mean, you could.
Yeah.
You could.
Oh yeah. Coda. Coda, you stay down. Stay down. Oh yeah.
Joan, it's your birthday.
Yeah.
Birthday, Joe?
Joan's birthday.
Happy birthday, Joe.
It was intact until the wind got it.
Yeah, well, you didn't have to count candles, but we want to celebrate you.
There you go.
Nothing wrong with that. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. I'm very glad.
We have a guest. Her name is Katie. Yeah, she's a boy. Oh yeah.
Probably.
Wow.
I don't know if I paid that.
That's a lot of attention to detail. Very impressed. Some people are. Sure, they just have brains to hold us and stuff.
Been at it long enough now that I've been to a couple of houses more than once. Like, oh, I was in this house 5 years ago when it was for sale.
See? Yeah, that's so cool.
Pretty good. I got a buddy accepts vacation to Virginia. So I'm doing
I know what
Yeah,
house.
now we know.
Nice.
Yeah.
Only because I haven't looked up.
Yeah.
Yep.
he and I enjoyed disc golf together. So
Also,
we went and watched the World Championship. Being the best in the world, these are things,
Right.
the best courses in the world.
yeah.
So we had a whole week together.
Very golden.
We had 2 courses that they alternated between over 5 days. And as far as
No, the dual supposed
the best
to
views were
make a more parade. Yeah.
the ball golf course that they converted to a disc golf course.
And it was
Just
supposed
for
to
this
make it
tournament.
not shed as much.
So
That
this
didn't.
place called Ivy Hill, and it's just inside water, and big rolling hills, and nice like water features of ponds, everything about that course was like
Yeah.
The views were great. If you showed attention to the
other
other
nice thing about that is just connected to the heavens really close in front of a lot of people. And so your view is obstructed by the trees. And this is more or less wide open, but they design it in such a way that there's enough obstacles and artificial out of bounds that they market. That it's still very challenging. But it's just wide open to see. So yeah, it was a great spectator experience, and it was fun to be with them. We did that last year in Vermont,
Oh,
and it was such a great time.
Yeah.
Super gross.
yeah.
Ended
Do
up
this
with
again.
12
And we'll
rats.
lived up to
And we
the
lived like on a farm.
lived up to the
Big
excitement.
space.
You did an apartment building.
Rats. And
That's,
then
that's cool. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a growing sport. I think second only to pickleball. Pickleball is fun.
By the way,
He was drastically reducing the number
We
of
know,
people.
or I know, they get tricked better than I know Brian.
And then
But Brian, but when he did his run, yeah. My dad had a group of college friends who hung out together over the years, included Howie Lovers, Chris's dad. So, so I've kind of known of her. She's younger than I am, but I had known of her
that
Extra,
you got put down there too.
Okay, yes, okay.
Yeah, just kind of give us a framework for our time, and then we'll explain kind of how we're going to move through the park and the nature center. And that's how today we're going to try and bring about So we are in interestingly, I mean, this morning is quite something. Shift in weather. We agree. But of course, there's lots and lots of constant change in our lives and in the world. Things we are noticing change, or where we just know change is happening. Give that some thought for a moment. Big, small.
Overwhelming, but a welcome one.
It's great.
I did this short film where I imagined the Hulk was a horror movie. It's like this short film where like some guy makes Bruce Banner angry. When he hulks out, the Hulk goes after him all horror style, and like you don't throughout the film you know the Hulk's there, but he's not shown on screen. It's like it's a very common technique that filmmakers use where like in horror movies specifically. The famous example is Jaws. Anybody see Jaws?
I've heard of it.
In Jaws, the shark was barely shown on screen. He only got like 4 or 5 minutes of screen time. But like people knew the shark was there, and it added a lot more.
To not show it, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. Come to rebranded. Rebrand. Okay. We had adolescents name down here. I see there's something to do with children. Yeah.
I finally
Yeah,
arrived.
Late bloomer. Even name one emotion of that is overwhelming. And it can be a positive, right? Not only can change be positive, although it often carries some negative connotation with it, but even be overwhelmed is not always negative per se.
that made me think of these two pages in this book that we printed here. This is from Atlas of the Heart, which is a Brene Brown book. But she had an illustrator. That book is about our emotional life, and she tries to give language to our emotions. And two emotions that she identifies are awe and wonder, and then she often would ask an illustrator to try and put this into a picture, because sometimes these words and emotions are hard to put words to, and a picture might be better. So awe, how it looks, how it feels, and what it does to us is one way of thinking of awe. So how it looks, in other words, you might be looking at a starry sky, or a hummingbird hovering above a flower. How it feels is often, you have a sense of kind of a grandness, both of the world, but also maybe the smallness in a good way of yourself. And then what it does to us, the idea I think here that she's trying to get at is transcendence, a unitive kind of connected. Wonder how it looks, how it feels, and what it does to us. See how it looks, how it feels, inspiring, light. And what's interesting about what it does to us is that it often makes us want to learn more. So I wanted to read these two passages together, and then we're going to walk around. And how many of you have done a group Sunday walking group with Bethany? This might feel familiar to many of you. Then I haven't. So I had
never been on a walk with your wife?
Not on a Sunday morning.
Not on a Sunday morning. Yeah, so we're gonna start by walking in two lines, and Teresa has a question that we'll ask you to share with the person who's walking next to you. And then at some point we'll say, all right, this line, everybody move back a person, and then they share it again with a different person. Then we'll make our way around, and we're gonna get over to the nature center, and we're gonna have a few moments to just walk around and be by yourself, or to sit and be by yourself. And to maybe engage awe and wonder, to look closely at something. And then we'll walk back, and as we make our way back to this spot in call it the morning, we'll have a question for us to consider together. So that's kind of the movement for this morning. I'd love to have, you can see the psalm passage is broken into kind of just 5 chunks. If we have 5 people who want to read, we could just go around and have that passage read that way. And then there's 2 pieces of that passage. We have 2 people. Do you have enough people who can the 5 people who read the psalm? 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 5 people. Perfect. We're going to start here. We're going to read in the psalm. Fill out the others. Someone names up the rest. Anyway, this is from Psalm 65. Go ahead.
Those who live at the ends of the earth stand in awe of the Lord. Where the sun rises and where it sets, the fire shall be there. Take care of the earth and water it, the rich and fertile, the river of God, pure water, provide the fountains of harvest and train, for you have ordered it so.
You drench the plowed ground with rain, melting the clouds, leveling the ridges. You soften the earth with showers, bless with abundant rain.
thoughts or things you noticed?
I was just thinking about that Thursday the sunrises in the our shop in Troy. Was it Thursday morning that was that incredible sunrise? And just like I was actually at the gym, we ran outside because it was so bright red, we couldn't figure out what it was. And then my whole, when I got back to my phone that morning, which was all people texting me about the sunrise.
Wow.
You know? So, anyway, just felt very cool.
When Dale started reading, "You take care of the earth and water it," I was like, what a fitting line for Dale. And just the ways that we as humans are image bearers and reflect the care that God gives to the earth.
While I was reading this passage, the only thing I could think of is, wow, this is very metaphorical.
How verses 9, 10, and 11 will start with you, that God instigates all of these things.
I think it was thought of like
Kevin's a 1. John?
Yep.
Close. I almost gave it to you.
Has anyone, by fucking in front of the mirror, ever gotten taller by so much as an inch? I mean, I wish. All this time and money wasted on fashion, do you think it makes that much difference? Instead of looking at the fashion, walk out into the fields and look at all the wildflowers. They never print or shop, but have you ever seen color and design quite like it? The 10 best dressed men in the country look shabby alongside them.
If God gave such attention to the spirit of wildflowers, most of which are negative, don't you think those meant to you, inspire you, this is best for you? What I'm trying to get for your kids to relax, to not be so preoccupied with getting, so you can respond to God's giving. People who don't know God and the way He works, but don't know God and God's Do it more gently
If we
next
stumble
time.
upon them, we'll be
He's
as
like
much
trying to start a
in awe.
fight.
I'm really appreciative of you all and about the branch that we can just read a passage and then you all are willing to talk about it. It really is a kind of a big thing. Because it starts to solve maybe a little differently, and we also find that, oh, I resonate with that too. Oh, that's helpful. I thought of it that way. I wanted to share these because I wonder if when we are in moments of change and transition, when the ground feels like it is moving and we feel unsettled, but maybe one of the tools that we can access is awe is one or anything that might help us experience awe and wonder. When the ground is shifting, maybe that go out of the ground that aren't moving, that are doing their thing every day, no matter what's happening in the world. This tree is growing, you know. Jesus certainly in this Matthew 6, if you read the whole thing, he's talking to people who are anxious and worried about, well, it's not having enough, that would be part of it, but it's anxiety in general. We're often anxious about change. Jesus says when you're anxious, look at the birds of the air and the lilies of the field. Root yourself or try to ground yourself literally in the ground. Let them be a way to help you stay tethered to what is real. I think there's something there. Yep. So today as we walk around, Chris has a question for us. Chris, what is that question?
It really is just tell us. Okay, I have to bring it in.
Oh, no,
When
do
is
it
the
however you
time
want.
that you've been in a season of transition or a moment of transition? It can be a significant one. It can be a small one. And what feelings? What did you notice?
Good. We'll do that when we get into some lines and partner up a second. And share that, and then again we'll shift the line. And yeah, they want to walk with us. You don't need these anymore necessarily. You don't. Sweet, I'll make a big plate. I will save it forever and ever. Thanks, Nate. Put it on my fridge.
If I can.
Yeah, we were online here.
We were. Yes, I tried to not draw attention.
Yeah, we have a lot today.
I was real careful. I would have stopped you before you said anything too incriminating. Dale. Hot mic. Actually, at this disc golf tournament that I was at, some of the pros were on hole one where they were live streaming and they didn't realize they were being recorded and broadcast. And they were criticizing one of the other stops on the tour. And
That's hilarious.
everyone knows that that particular stop is not the best stop.
Okay.
But they were saying it all out loud.
Yeah.
And being broadcast unbeknownst to them. It was for me.
Yeah. Did they find out that they
I'm sure
did they have a
did.
moment of like, oh no, whoops,
Oh,
the cat's out of the bag?
I don't think they found out.
Okay.
Okay. Their fans let them know. Yeah, there's a stop in Kansas that no one
Okay. Where was this tournament that you were at where they were on the first hole?
Virginia.
Okay.
So Brian Burkhoff and I
Yeah.
traveled to Bedford County, Virginia.
Bedford. This is where my mom and brothers lived, in Bedford.
Oh my.
Yep. After my dad died, that's where they moved to. No kidding.
Yep.
Huh.
So we were in Lynchburg,
Yeah.
and they have
Yeah.
two courses there.
Okay.
Same thing.
Okay. Interesting.
This is Katie.
Hi, Katie.
Katie and Jen and Sam are going to come for a walk with
Great.
us. I'm going to hang out at the front and just wait for Oprah.
Awesome.
I'll
Love
be
it.
over here.
You need my phone.
Oh yeah. Do you want mine?
You can mine.
Yeah. Why don't you have a phone?
I will remember it.
All right. So we need to pair up somehow. It doesn't matter how we do it. And we'll switch these again, you know.
I have 3 of them.
But if it's helpful, all right, let's do this. Let's form 2 lines. So Mel, you're the first of a line. Yep. There's 4. And Eamon, you're the other line.
Okay.
Yep. There's 4 people. There's 3 people. Kevin's in this line.
How are we doing that?
We're doing it partners. He's never set it up quite.
We'll work on it.
Fine.
I was just setting up 2 lines, right? Yeah.
Oh, are you doing it vertical? Or like, who's in front?
I just said Mel was. Yep. And I said Eamon was as well until you jumped in. But I love it. I love it.
Where am I supposed to be?
In a line.
I don't see any line.
Behind either, you have to be
Maybe
behind
stand
either Mel
closer
or
to Mel. It will be more. It will be less confusing because you're partners with them.
Gotcha.
And then he's
Yes, Bethany, help us, definitely.
Katie, if you're behind me. Katie,
I'm
you
not
and
in a
Al.
line.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You're right behind me.
Oh, there, I didn't see it.
Okay, we're getting there. Joan and Katie. Okay, good. Great. Yeah, this is hilarious. I love all of you and your good spirits. Let's begin walking.
Oh, do we have to march?
Yeah. Yep. So again, you're just sharing a time of transition, a story of change.
You need some more space if you're going to walk like that.
I wonder how many kinds of marches there are. I don't.
If you're online, you can reflect with us about a season of change in your life, a time of transition. What was it like? What'd you feel? Lovely little group of people this morning.
Each and every one of us in the family, we all got something that my grandmother recently, my mom got some of her whatnot.
Yeah, I know. I need to make it final this year.
What do you think? Have you had enough time if we switch? Have you both had the chance to share?
He was very gracious and gave me an hour.
Are we okay if we switch? Has that been enough time? Okay. So this line's just going to move back a person. Yep. And Joan, you're going to come up here.
Hello.
Hey,
How are ya?
I'm good. Now we can march together, can't we?
You can do the same. You can do the same story. You can do a different story about transition and change. Totally up to you. Okay.
Either or, right?
Same question, but you can share a different story. You can share the same story. Totally up to you. Yep. Thinking about one of the stories that comes to mind is for me is a couple of years ago I left a job that I had worked at for 10 years. And it was my choice to leave. But, you know, anytime you leave something that has been a part of your life for 10 years, or for any period of time, you really feel it. It's significant.
One of my friends said
And again, it's not bad, but it is different. And I remember feeling a whole bunch of things about it. I was sad to leave this group of people that had been really wonderful to work with. I felt excited, not really knowing exactly what was going to be next, but excited about just kind of the openness, you know, the possibility. And also anxious about the possibility and the openness. I would say those two things were together. I wonder how you have felt when you have had to go through a big change, what the emotions were. Chances are good that there were many emotions, not just one. Sometimes we're fortunate enough that maybe most of the emotions, maybe even all of them, are positive, what we would call positive emotions, or they're light emotions, but quite often that's not the case, of course. I think one of the things someone said this morning is that, you know, we can really feel impatience when we are in a time of change and transition, because we just want to get through it. We want it to be over with. We want to be on the other side of the transition. And truth of the matter is, we can't force the timeline. We want to, but we have no power to change change that, or very, very little. So we can try to minimize the emotions and get past them quickly, but it's really moving through, not around or trying to sidestep. It's moving through the emotions, sitting with them, allowing them to be, feeling them, not pushing them down. And I think, as we said while we were sitting there at the table, if you were able to hear, it's also doing what we can to ground ourselves in what is true. Oh, shoot. Okay.
She was just walking slower, but not all good work.
Kevin's been here before, so I don't think they're like lost.
Right.
A dog or something.
Maybe they're just around the corner. I'm so glad you said something.
They had the kids in the dog.
They're coming. Yeah, they're coming. They look happy.
Okay, nobody's crying.
Nope.
So like last year I made this short film where I reimagined the Hulk as if he were a monster in a horror movie.
All right, onward, friends. Anyway, Jesus invites us to ground ourselves in things that are maybe more permanent than the change that we're in. To ground ourselves in the birds and the trees and the flowers, the things that are here every day, going about their created purpose, whether the world is changing dramatically or not, and looking at them, Jesus says, closely, examining them, studying them. And when we do that, wonder and awe have a chance to work their way into our hearts and our minds, and that wonder and awe can, as the psalmist seems to say, really change us. So we're going to take a few minutes here in the park to give everybody a chance to wander and look and study, and so we'll do that here in a second. Best if I should have given people more time or less time, but it sounded like you were all having a nice conversation. Yeah. So when Jesus says look at the lilies and the birds, the word there means also to study or to examine. In other words, I think he's saying look closely, like take a good look. Don't just glance at the birds or glance at the flowers. So we're going to take about 10 minutes. For you have 10 minutes to do whatever you'd like. And it may be just wandering through here. If you don't know this space well, there's the path you'll notice, and it's just a circle. And what do you think it takes to walk the circle if you're walking slowly? Yeah, about 10, 8 to 10 or so, There are benches along the pathway, too, that you could just sit down at. It's nice and windy, so the mosquitoes shouldn't be too much of a problem. We're very happy about that. If you'd rather walk in that direction, go for it. That is where we're headed after we have 10 minutes. We'll gather back here in 10 minutes and then make our way back to the parking lot in the cars. But
Beware of flying discs.
That's right. If you are going to go that way right now, yes, please be aware. So my invitation is to look closely at something. Let it maybe inspire awe and wonder. And then we'll be back here at 10:55. Synchronized watches, go. Bing. there's no apology required.
Hey, Lego Batman, come on.
It's like he catches up for us, and then he waits for us to walk way ahead.
I love it. I love it.
You can go play on the lodge.
Yeah,
for a
yeah,
minute.
yeah.
I'm gonna have to go get bags.
People have like what's now about 7 minutes to wander, and then we're meeting back here at 10:55.
Right.
Is the plan. So.
Smell all the cracks, huh? $10.55, you said, right?
You got it.
Okay.
I thought you said Batgirl is not here.
I love your voice. You've kind of figured it out. Yeah, it's incredible.
He is Batman obsessed and has been since his first birthday. He saw the Batman.
right, folks. We'll start moving in this direction. Back to the parking lot. As we walk back, we're trying to stay a little group so that we can share together.
Smaller, like they might have like 5 and 7 employees.
How do you choose between which? So do you think that?
The front one, he
Yeah,
won't
mostly.
tug as much. He doesn't like it when it jerks, so he just like stops. This one he might tug a little bit more, but I'm assuming he's a little more tired now, so maybe he won't tug as much.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Snickers is
so a
1/3
lot
the
of
size
people
and
come
1/3 the strength.
but now we try to
Tugging
see,
doesn't
like,
matter.
Reality,
Yeah.
but it's not.
One person right now
pulling me
doing
over.
like monthly.
Yeah, your little 15 pound, you can just yank it back.
Exactly right. Actually, sometimes I just
Yep.
once his feet are off the
Sometimes we don't
ground,
even
it's like
have these
tug no more.
so it's like good to check in with
Continue
people.
to
Is this what I think
bite
it
me,
is?
but you
I thought it
can't
might
go
be.
anywhere.
All right, so let's pair up again. Let's do that. I think it'll be easier. So let's form lines here. JB, you can be right in front. That's fine. Yep. Mel, Eamon, you're with Joan. Dale, okay. And the question this time is simple. What did you notice? What did you notice as you were walking around? Okay. Oh, very good. And we'll be back in a few minutes. What did you notice? People online? It's, I noticed just the shift that is happening in the air, going from this really humid summer feel yesterday to, I mean, I could have a long sleeve shirt on right now and be more comfortable. I'm not complaining, but it's quite a shift, and it shouldn't surprise me. I suppose it's September 1, and yeah, but it does surprise me. Somehow the changing of seasons can still sneak up on me, and maybe that's a good thing to remember too, that some of the change that we experience in life comes on us by surprise, and that isn't always a bad thing, because if left to our own devices, we probably would prefer, or tell ourselves that we prefer that things never change, and maybe it's helpful sometimes that things change, whether we were expecting them or not. It can be hard too, of course, but changing of seasons from fall to summer, that surprise, that, oh my gosh, it's happening again, is one I'm always grateful for. So.
They had these, what looked like handholds, so like people who do climbing walls. I think you could be a perfect movie for a climber, because they could, there's almost like handholds to climb up this really big tree. So, yeah, those are a few of the things, just the different ways that people can use that fairly natural space. Yeah, that's the first time I've been to like the little nature preserve. I've known about the park for years, but never been to that area. So that was a good
Hi, everybody.
first time visit.
How are you? Good. What'd you?
The last time I've been on a swing.
It's
Woohoo! Forgot how much I love it.
a good time.
It's my version of a roller coaster. Because I would not ride. I wouldn't pay money to go on a roller coaster.
You
these
wouldn't?
days. No, I'm too old. But a swing, I can handle.
Okay. Yeah.
Would you do one of those big giant ripcord swings? Would they pull you like?
I don't think so.
Oh yeah, those look
Like-
so awesome. I would so love to do that.
Something happened in the last 10 years where the feeling of losing absolute control just doesn't do it for me.
We went to Michigan
Ride my
Adventure.
motorcycle?
Okay.
That's a different. I'm still in control most of the time.
Yeah, we went to Michigan Adventure this year, and I'll say that it is much harder on my body to ride roller coasters than it used to be. But I still.
I'm glad I'm not alone.
Oh, Shiver and Timbers was painful. It was so. Just
Wood rattling.
I got off of sore. Yeah. I don't feel great.
I went to Michigan Adventure 2 years ago, and I lost my voice the very next day from all the screaming and all the
Yeah, I can imagine you screaming out.
I could go as a chaperone, but
Believe it or not, I was at CJ here. He is like exactly 48 inches.
Tall enough. Oh, it's a threshold.
They measured him, and he
Yeah.
like just hit the top. They're like, okay.
Oh.
was he thrown?
He hated it.
Oh no!
But I didn't blame him. Because
Yeah.
like, he was sitting next to me, and I legit felt like I had to hold him there. He was in the fire. But we went on the corkscrew. He loved that one. That one was a lot of fun.
I can actually handle that.
Yeah.
Pretty quick.
Over in like 15 seconds.
Non-woody ones that
What do you want?
Thunderhawk.
Now it's
I think it was
What's the new roller coaster that they just built?
Top Thrill 2.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Goes like 120 miles an hour.
That looks like.
I haven't been to Cedar Point since 2015. 10 years.
Yeah.
Above it could hurt, yeah.
Yeah, I went to Cedar Point for a trip when I was in 8th grade. It was almost 10 years ago. And that was quite the adventure for sure. The first part of the day, we didn't go on the road because it was raining. We were able to ride 4 rides, I think, if I remember correctly. Yeah, the whole day. Well, we only rode 4 because one, it was raining for like half the day. And secondly, the lines were like packed. They weren't like packed. Packed enough that we, we had to wait for start time.
Well, everybody, thank you for coming and for being a part of a beautiful morning together. Any final thoughts before we depart on our way and fire up our grills or whatever else we're going to do the rest of the celebrate a birthday? Celebrate a birthday.
Don't do drugs.
Okay. Thank you for that parting comment. Yeah. Or that. I appreciate it. It's fair. It's good. Yeah.
I'll just say trees are great.
Yeah.
Good summary comment. Yeah. Yeah, people who are paying attention to people, who are noticing the ordinary things around them that are, again, meant to help ground us in what is true and beautiful and good. So, let's be those people together. Yeah. Good to see y'all. Enjoy it. So how big was your high school?
It was so nice.
Thanks for hosting. Yeah.